Alright, welcome back to the channel, Collective. We're going to go ahead and get the next message for the next sign, okay? So be mindful that these are timeless messages. They may resonate with your recent, past, current, present, or near future, okay? Please use your discernment. Allow your intuition to receive whatever message Spirit has for you guys at this time, okay? Take what resonates and please leave the rest. So we got it coming on when it comes to you. Okay, so something could be significant about your connection to somebody else, Collective, and when it comes to you, okay? And he said that when it comes to you, I won't waste no time. And we starting off this week with the chakra deck, so let's see, Collective, okay? Let me see something. Alright, let's see, Collective. So we got coming out facade, okay, grief in the reverse. So that's ironic because I'm telling you, I just figured something out, Collective, on my own. Do you hear me? I'm trying to tell you, Collective. I'm talking about just the messages today gave me a deeper insight. And you know what baffles me is when somebody kind of looks like somebody you keep questioning, like that person really looks like somebody else that I know. And it is. It's significant to somebody I know that really looks like somebody that I knew from out of town. And I'm just like, you know what? And then I do Gemini reading and two particular signs come out. And I'm like, I knew it. I knew I wasn't tripping. Put an end to somebody being able to do just that. Word facade of my life. Now I know exactly who your people's is. Okay, cool. And it's just crazy because it makes the situation that I'm in more bigger because how did y'all sit up here and play with my life? Not necessarily in town, but out of town too. So it just... Boy, people are crazy. I don't know what change somebody thought they was finna create, but you be mindful of just that. You be mindful of something that I'm saying, Collective, that could be significant to you, okay? Because I'm trying to tell you, something definitely did what you need to put an end to somebody that's sitting in your face trying to work facade, okay? Okay. And with confidence, though, too. So be mindful of something, okay? Make sure nobody confidently sitting in your face with some type of intention to do something that would have left you in grief had you not to figure something out right in time. So you be mindful because I'm getting the energy of divine timing plays a huge role in this situation. Collective, okay? Now what I will tell you is just that I'm big on observation, so I always notice the time and the things. I can tell you when somebody came in my life, when they went out. I just have a good memory, okay? But what it is I'm photographic memory, so I may not remember names, but I definitely will never forget faces, and that's what it did. But that's what did it for me, because when I actually first met an individual, I kept saying it like, this person really got very similar features as somebody else, and I didn't really want to kind of question it. I just was like, okay, cool. And then now, boom, because I said this in not just Gemini reading, but Cancer's reading, where somebody's intentionally trying to leave somebody in grief. But you see, grief is in the reverse. So let's see, Collective. So you be mindful just that you need to find out just that somebody could definitely be related to somebody else around you or somebody else that you know. Just be mindful and look at features, okay? Yeah, it's something somebody, I'm trying to tell you, somebody didn't think you was going to figure something out. They didn't think you was truly who you said you were, okay? And how your perception can change just as fast when you allow things to do just that, unfold in divine timing, okay? But yeah, you definitely could be dealing with somebody who thought you wasn't going to never figure something out, baby. And it was just that they had some type of goal to leave you in grief until to some of y'all, you may have figured something out already. This may be a confirmation message for somebody. But something definitely to do with your stability or root chakra, okay? Somebody could also be dealing with somebody that does root work. Okay, but somebody could definitely be trying to with this acceptance, okay? You could definitely be accepting some type of truth that somebody was definitely trying to pull some behind the back stuff going on here. And it could have been just that you found out somebody's actually related to somebody that you may have actually poured into at some point in time when it comes to your heart space. Okay. Know where I'm hearing Taurus, they're related. So be mindful, Collective. Whatever sign comes out, something's going to be significant about somebody's features. Okay. And we got Taurus coming out. So be mindful of what I just said, Taurus. Something definitely going to be significant about somebody's features. Somebody's going to be able to tell somebody looks just like somebody else. So let's see, Taurus's. Maybe it's the divine, Taurus. Maybe the divine don't play when it comes to you. Okay. Let me see what this song is. I ain't heard this in years. Let's see my game. Oh, foolish. Yeah. Somebody made a very foolish choice. Okay. Cool. Alright now. I'll say, wait a minute, what happened now? So let's see, Collective. I'm gonna go ahead and change it towards. So just be mindful that I don't know if somebody thought you was a fool or they was ready to make a foolish choice. So just be mindful. She does say keep running back to you. Okay. So you be mindful of something. You be mindful running back to somebody that you don't realize maybe trying to like wear a facade in your face and they actually trying to take your child or something like that. Or somebody trying to walk away with your child. Or I don't know. Somebody could definitely be trying to backdoor you in some shape, form, or fashion towards it. Just be mindful. Something could be significant about like a mama's boy. Okay, so you can have a very significant connection to like one of your particular sons that I feel like they're really close to you. Yeah, she said, what you in a rush for? Yeah, so be mindful of somebody that's trying to rush. Okay. But you gotta remember in the reverse. So just be mindful of something that you may need to think back to the past. So that's, I'm telling you what I did towards. I really thought about somebody I knew when I was out of town. And I'm talking about somebody in town looked just like somebody I know out of town. But you know what I really remember the most? Is that person I met, came across paths with out of town, said just that they knew a lot of people back in my hometown. A lot of people. Okay. So it's just ironic you end up strolling past somebody that ain't gonna tell you the truth. They gonna keep their mouth closed and not tell you some shit that they don't realize, okay? So just be mindful of something towards how you choose to handle a situation as well is very significant too though. Yeah, she said, I think I'm insane. So you be mindful, just said something that you may have figured out on your own. You keep it to yourself, okay? And just move accordingly because for some of y'all it could be just that. You may be dealing with somebody who's insane, I'm trying to tell you. Okay, cool. But we got detached and cold. We play so bad. Yeah, we got Venus. So it don't have to be a masculine for some of y'all. Just be mindful of somebody that's coming out real cold and detached. Okay, this is somebody that I feel like with you having such a big heart towards is if you are tapped into your heart space. You're not talking towards that maybe just that they heart closed off from something that may have hurt them in the past. No. And I also feel like that's in the reverse because I don't feel like that's the type of tours I'm talking to. I feel like I'm talking to tours with a big heart. Okay, so you can feel when the energy from somebody else is not natural. You can feel when something's not mutual love. And you can also feel when somebody's not moving from their heart space. They just moving from their logic and probably doing what they think is best. Okay, something really deals with that. Okay, maybe you don't even know you're dealing with somebody where their heart space is not open. Okay, but definitely be mindful of something. I feel like the most significant part for some of you guys is how you handle a situation. Because notice that confidence is key. Solar plexus energy. Okay, somebody could definitely play so bad, like just play too much. Play too much. Okay. Really thought you guys weren't gonna figure something out, okay? That they had planned for the winter time. Some of y'all, you may be turning your connection down to a masculine, but just be mindful of something, okay? Because others of you guys, this could be anybody on this picture. You got like granny energy too. Okay. So be mindful. I don't know why y'all kind of giving Aquarius energy, but it's okay. If I see an indication of Aquarius, I mean not Aquarius, Aries. If I get an indication of it, I'll bring it up, okay? If it don't come out on its own. But just be mindful of somebody that tours. They feel like they're coming off real closed off. And this could be the action you guys are being guided to take too though. So be mindful. You may be just there being guided to kind of protect your energy from somebody and keep a healthy distance or space, okay? And then like I said, it's all about how you handle something. Because I feel like somebody really never thought you was going to, y'all know how I said to her, they never saw the day coming when you would figure some shit out. I'm trying to tell you. But it just takes you to sit back in your, I'm telling you, your own energy sometime and really just think back to the past. So I don't know if it's something that can be that deeply significant where you met somebody out of town tourists and then, you know what I'm saying, something definitely deal with somebody, I don't know. And be mindful you are somebody that is out of town, okay, and you know somebody that you coming across, that they know a lot of people from your hometown, and it's something like that. And for some of y'all, it don't have to be as deep as like out of town. That's just my situation. Some of y'all, you just need to be mindful of somebody that's going to look like somebody that you know so you can avoid something happening in the wintertime that somebody thought you weren't going to find out. Because I'm telling you, this is going the same direction. And it's what somebody thought they were going to do to somebody in the wintertime is have somebody pointing to them. Okay. And something that was never going, it was never intended to grow. And it was in, like I said, somebody was going to pull some behind the back shit that they thought somebody was never going to find out. They never thought it. I'm trying to tell you, Taurus. They never saw the day when you was going to figure some shit out on your own, baby. But that's what somebody had planned for somebody in the winter time, was to do something that was going to leave somebody in complete grief. And didn't realize how mystical somebody really was, though. So be mindful. I'm going to put that back in the reverse. We ain't doing that one. Like I said, you just need to think about something, baby. Because somebody definitely got some type of significance of why they reached out to you, okay? And something you really need to go back to the past to help for some of y'all avoid some type of situation. And be mindful if it's something to deal with what somebody else may have communicated to you guys. Okay, because it definitely was something that was gifted to you guys with a lot of enlightenment, okay? And it don't even have to be that. You know how some people just say certain things and you don't realize until later down the line how valuable it was somebody said. I told you in my situation until, like I said, I kept noticing somebody looks just like somebody else. I have a good eye for people. I recently said this about two females. Like, man, she looked just like somebody else. Like, she literally looked like she could be big sis, older sis, or auntie or some shit. Okay. And you know what I'm saying? So like I said, just at the time in my life when somebody said they knew a lot of people back here, it's just crazy. The last couple of weeks I've been saying like, damn, that person really looks like. Okay. So you be mindful of something. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take this divine intervention, baby. And for some of y'all, I feel like it's only in the reverse because that's whenever you figure something out, that's your divine intervention. Now, what you choose to go talking about to somebody else may be what you need to be avoiding. Okay. Because I feel like the divine intervention for some of y'all is on your behalf in a sense it's meant to be just there for somebody else who thought they was going to leave you some type of grief. Because whatever action you take after this now becomes somebody else's divine intervention when it comes to putting a stop to whatever somebody else thought they was going to do. So you can do just that, go ahead and move forward to a twin flame connection and for whoever thought they was going to do something here to leave you in loss. Okay. So you be mindful for something to this. Definitely you liking some type of clarity at this current moment. For some of y'all, you liking some type of clarity and be mindful. I said their features. Somebody may look just like somebody. And it makes so much sense to Scorpio reading. I kept saying either somebody from out of town or somebody coming in town or somebody knows somebody from out. It's crazy. Scorpio last week message kept talking about that energy out of town. So now it makes sense, but it's okay. Hold on, Taurus, because it's a card that just fell when I just try to pick up a deck. I'm going to see how significant this card is. Yeah, I can't make this up, Taurus. I can't make it up, baby. I can't make it up even if I tried to, baby. Faking just ain't something I find easy to do. Somebody currently needs to protect themselves in a situation where they don't realize, okay, if somehow you're going to be remembering something somebody told you about them, or just remember something somebody told you at some point in your life towards something that it don't even got to make sense in this moment. Let time do what it's going to do, baby. Because I'm telling you, in time, something's going to make sense and you're going to realize how valuable something somebody simply shared with you was for you. Okay. Like I said, it ain't got to actually come from no spiritualist. It just feels like something is very significant about a key piece of information that somebody shares with you. And in my situation, it was just that somebody had a whole lot of family here. Because I know exactly what happened there. So it just lets me know somebody who really been playing chess for a couple of years now, thinking I was a pawn. Okay. Thinking they were just going to keep moving me around because it's just crazy how I just... Like I told y'all, for me to even work at the job I worked at with the insurance fraud. And then to even get approved for this house. It baffles me because it will put me on the same block as the very person I'm talking about. So it's almost like somebody has a high level position of a person. Now it makes sense why the leasing company is trying to rush shit so fast. Because they got to be involved at this point. How? How do you put me in the same vicinity for the last couple of places I've stayed to constantly have somebody with their eyes on me that somehow is connected to something a lot bigger? I mean, I just cannot. I mean, people are, I don't know how. Be mindful how big people are, how you can be finding out how much people got connects, I guess. I don't know. Okay. But you know, it's crazy. It's almost like a test for everybody in the situation towards is even if they are being pulled into something, they have a right to make their own choice. You can't just let somebody pull you into some shit. Okay. Because that's what's going on. And somebody been found out the truth that somebody reached out to them at some point and who they actually reached out to somebody for. And it goes back to somebody that's in somebody's past. And it's something that it had a lot more value when it came to something somebody offered you about something in the past towards. It's going to help you make sense of something so you can figure out the truth of something that comes to somebody that's currently reaching out to you now. And it's a significant piece of information. And I'm trying to tell you, if it wasn't for the fact them two look just alike, I'm trying to tell you. Something that definitely deal with somebody's features, baby. Because you do have a lot of face energy on her. You got the face on her, so I don't know if it's somebody's eyes. It's something. It can even be somebody's last name. I told you when I got that cash out that time, the last name connected it all the way back to another employer. Like, I'm just baffled towards how far this go back in my life. So it's okay. Let's see towards what Mr. Spirit has for you guys. Okay, we got brand spanking new soulmate coming in. And look what came out with it. Because somebody's watching you from a distance. So didn't I just say this? Didn't I just say that somebody I knew okay, out of town at a distance, and how they look just like somebody I recently just met. And I ain't recently just met him. I actually knew him. I just would always speak, okay, in casuality, okay. And then just one day I just happened to have been walking, and they did just that, reached out and offered a ride, and okay. And I've been thinking ever since, because I promise you, I'm big on it. Who sent you? Okay, that might be our title to us. Who sent you? Because at this point, I don't know how significant this message is, but I'm telling you, I did 6 signs a day, and I told myself I was going to leave it there. And then once I figured this out, I got right back on the camera. Because at this point, I'm going to post as many as I can tonight, because I don't know at this point who it may help in reality. And I know the last week's messages, I kind of led them on into this week, so I'm going to still try to jump back on my normal timeline. Okay. So this may be something that actually helps somebody. My messages normally post on Thursdays, and tomorrow it's going to be Thursday. So I'm going to just open myself up to change. There was a change I made, and I'm just trying to stick to it. It's just this last week been a little bit okay. Too many people with their hands in my life right now, and it's just what it feels like. People that's trying to move this way. No, stop. Leave me alone. I've had to do just that, pull myself back, and I'm never come from no detached and cold energy. But sometimes you do have to pull your energy back from people and realize that just that everybody got their hands and trying to manipulate your pathway. Because that's what it felt like until I just reached the setback, and now I realize how deep this thing goes and how people from my hometown would still have their hand in my life when I was away. Because that let me know that it wasn't coincidental that I met him. I told y'all these people crazy. People are crazy, but I think the part that I feel like they crazy about too is they never found a day that you was going to ever figure it out. That's what makes them crazy to me. I don't care what choice people make, because you definitely, universally, you are given just the right to make a choice. It's crazy when you think somebody's just slow. Stupid, deaf, dumb, and retarded. Okay. Because that's the significance about my child. That person gave me real bad vibes about my child out of town tours. It's the way they used to look at my daughter when she would be playing around, and I would catch their eyes sitting in places on my daughter's body that they shouldn't have never went. And of course I had to get the hell away from that person, but it takes you to sit down and observe how people, you know what I'm saying, interacting with your child. You know what I'm saying? Interacting with your child, and I'm trying to tell you, you just really got to pay attention nowadays. Because people have a good way of even just that, disguising predatorial energy. So I see courtship, but I see false person. That was you be mindful some towards false person. You make sure nobody sent you no damn body. And they coming in acting like they want to do just that. You be mindful. I feel like this is the situation. I need to put these back the way I seen it. I don't know if somebody is 48 years old or they was born in 84. Okay, you could have been born in 84 for some of y'all to it. Be mindful. The way I'm being got to put this is how I seen it first. I looked at this card first. And it's ironic because I know I'm trusting my intuition, because the fours to me represent protection. Universal protection. Fours do. So, for somebody's protection. Now, I don't know if it's for your relationship, okay? Where you could be in a relationship, but you maybe need to be mindful that if not you, then the person that you are with, definitely have a false person reaching out to them. Okay? Definitely. And then some of y'all with this, giving this energy of just that, somebody's watching you from a distance. Then you be mindful, ain't nobody sending you no brand spanking new soulmate, and it's just that. From somebody who you didn't realize false intentions. Somebody was already watching from a distance, so they knew something about you. It's kind of like, man, I feel like my life. So I feel like somebody's really playing with my life here. But you just be mindful to us. You make sure nobody sending you no false person. And you make sure nobody got no false intentions around you. Okay. And we got bad health. And somebody think they're real smart, and they got a legal connection too, a judge connection. You feel like this connection works in the community of just that, the legal system. What somebody also don't know about somebody too is there's another area somebody's playing on in somebody's life is their stability. Courthouse. So some of y'all, you be mindful somebody's connection is actually in the civil courts. Let's be honest. Let's just, at this point, we got to be honest towards. Somebody has a civil court connection. That is somebody's courthouse connection. It's going to be in the civil courts. It's something to deal with somebody's root chakra. That's somebody's stability. That's where you deal with evictions and things as such. And you be mindful somebody trying to get away with some shit, they still would deal with civil. Okay. But you be mindful, this energy for some of y'all that's trying to create some type of change in somebody's damn life look like they just that they have a civil court connection. Or somebody works in civil. And somebody may be trying to dodge a civil suit. But you be mindful of something. for the underhanded route they took to receive something that they wanted for themselves. To change their circumstances for themselves. Okay, cool. Some people definitely play with life insurance policies, Taurus. And you can be mindful, make sure it ain't you and nobody else you connected to currently. But somebody's definitely being sent somebody that's a false person. So you be mindful of something here. Maybe y'all need to, with all that loss and stuff, y'all may need to go to Gemini. Gemini and Cancer. Cancer had this in the upright, but Gemini had that other card that said loss. So you may be something deal with a Taurus, Gemini, and a Cancer. You still deal with a false person though. Okay, you need to really, I'm telling you, you're not picking up the fact that somebody looks like somebody. Okay, and for some of you finna just turn your connection down to somebody. Be mindful of something somebody's offering you. No, tell them no. Tell them no. Yeah, you're gonna have to, baby. Okay. Yeah. Just within the next few weeks, for some of you finna be going in a new direction that's gonna create big happy changes for you, baby. And you're gonna do just that. Connect to the right helpful people that's gonna be willing to help you, baby. And it just could be helpful souls. It could be a individual. It don't matter. It's you guys are moving to it, but I feel like it's a new direction that's gonna take you guys towards helpful people. It could be a certain community that you guys go in, so you be mindful of something. I did say civil situation, so you be mindful of something, okay? It may be something that's aligned to happen for you guys where it's just there when you show up. Okay, if you definitely deal with some type of civil situation, like say you got a civil suit, and you go and you giving like somebody got a connection, well the day you go, guess what? Whoever somebody's connection is, they may just not be there, and that is aligned to happen for some of you guys as a gift to you from the universe. If something is blocking you in the court system, baby, that I'm trying to tell you is at the hands of somebody who got a connection. Maybe somebody's most key piece of information is somebody told you they got somebody somebody got a particular connection. I don't care if it's within the welfare office. I don't give a damn where it's at. Somebody's most significant piece of information that they're not thinking about is something that somebody told somebody. So either they got a legal connection, a court connection, somebody knows somebody's a cop. Like, it could be the simplest things, but it depends on your life and what's going on around you. Okay, it's something that you're not thinking about, baby, that the spirit is trying to get you guys to think about, because it's somehow you may be still around a connection that, or maybe they finna coming off of you something. You need to tell them no. But I'd rather you know what you need to know before you say no, because just that with the next few weeks, if you still don't figure something out, you may end up not going in a new direction away from somebody else. Okay, because a new direction sometimes is simply cutting somebody off and still moving forward. There could be a new direction of choosing to not take somebody along with you. It's just that simple. Okay. It's a key piece of information. I'm going to keep trying to give you options. Maybe somebody needs to think about a certain place somebody worked at. Like I said, for me in the situation, it was a Cash App last night. For me in the situation, it was how somebody looked just like somebody the fuck else. Okay? Cool. For me, it's the fact that I know a lot of people that when I traveled away from St. Louis because I didn't feel safe, it was people I came across then. They knew people here. Okay? And being here, it's a lot of people I know here and know a lot of people there. So those are key pieces of information is what I'm talking about. I don't care if it's the fact that somebody told you at some point they used to reside on that one street. Now you coming across somebody that's like, yeah, I stay on Whoop. Okay, well, you be mindful. If you ever traveled to what's the name of house that stay on that one street, you're not aware that somebody actually saw you before they even saying something to you now. Be mindful. I'm just trying to give y'all different examples. And something can definitely deal with this bad health. Something can actually deal with something you heard about somebody that deal with their health. Okay. Something could be sent about a particular hospital somebody told you they was at. Okay. And be mindful of this, the fact that somebody told you somebody that they was with before. Okay, or showed you somebody they was with before. Because if that's the case, you may need to be mindful of some type of environment that you are in with this healthcare energy. You may need to be mindful of something. If you've actually seen somebody in person, you be mindful of somebody that's working right around you that look just like somebody the fuck else that you ain't catching on to, baby. That some of y'all you're not aware that somebody knows how you look. And some of y'all you're not aware that somebody knows where you work. Okay, you see what I'm saying? Be mindful. It's all just, I'm just trying to help towards. I really am. Because something as significant as this and how big it is for me, I just don't want to allow somebody else to walk into something blindfolded that if it's as big as I think it is, especially if you somewhere, I'm trying to tell you, mirroring anything, okay, close to my life. And I don't think that. I think everybody with that know too has also got their own situation and circumstance, but that's exactly why I gave you so many different options too. Now you be mindful if it's something significant about with this facade. You be mindful of like grandparents, and you be mindful of kids. Like I said, it could be something that your own grandparents said to you. Okay, I don't know if it's grandparent. What would be your grandparent? Could be something about your dad, and something that may have happened with your dad when your dad was younger. Okay, And then vice versa, okay? And then some of y'all, you be mindful of something that you may need to be mindful of something that your son may have told you about your grandma, or some of y'all, your son may have told you about your mama. Or for some of you not knowing that just that, you may have a child that's actually telling somebody too much information and you're not even aware of it. So be mindful of it, simply just knowing just that. Somebody may be just thinking from their perspective, because I ain't even think about it. My child do be somewhere talking too much. And something you're not aware of that your child may have actually gifted somebody else about you, may have ended up being somebody else's key piece of information that they needed to do something. I'm trying to tell you, with their intention to leave you in despair, baby. You be mindful of something that could actually really deal with somebody that could be from out of town, though. What else you guys know? Let's see. They said brand night only. I'm from out of town. If the paper goods being good for me. So we got clean it up, exchanging gifts, and then conflict and chaos. Okay. Each yours. So just be mindful of something to it. Be mindful to stay cautious of what you could be putting out. And something could be definitely telling you to clean it up when it comes to like what you're putting out. Okay. Now something can deal with towards something that deal with a situation where you actually may have gifted somebody something and it feels like a lot of chaos and conflict came behind it. But I'm gonna just show you as we got to clean it up, right? Exchanging gifts. So something you could have definitely gifted somebody at some point. It could be with this cleaning up. You could have not been on the best terms with somebody, so you did just that out of niceness, out of kind of your heart. You may have tried to gift somebody something, okay, as a way of just that cleaning up something. So this is where you may have actually taken accountability towards. It's like noticing that you were wrong in the situation and doing just that, trying to clean it up, and then you gifted somebody something, and it just feel like a lot of chaos and conflict may have came from that. So you be mindful. For some of y'all, you be mindful of just that. Hey, everybody's situation ain't, you know what I'm saying? Somebody could be just there. They gifted message ain't even gonna be in their own sign message. Okay, somebody's message may not be here in Taurus. It may be in another sign. Okay. You just make sure nobody trying to get close to you to steal from you, Taurus. I'll tell you that much. It's almost like you gifted somebody something, and if it brought a lot of conflict and chaos behind it, and I'm trying to figure out, unless somebody went an underhanded route to receive something that they wanted for themselves, and that could be what you're not aware of, that somebody could have definitely, for some of y'all, had already been watching something particular about you. So you be mindful of something. We got community, but that was in reverse. Somebody needs to not go back in a certain community of people. That's flat out. And for some of y'all, it's because you have a very significant soulmate connection to somebody, baby. And make sure you be mindful of the information that somebody could be gifting you, and then what you turning around and giving to somebody else. Because you may be giving somebody information about somebody else's life, and you don't realize that they may actually create a whole change in somebody else's life. Okay, but you be mindful because we got a new life that came out. So some of y'all, you moving towards what I feel like could be the opportunity to enjoy a new life. I'm going to put this on over whoever this is wearing a facade. Okay, cool. Because that's with my intention for some of y'all to not walk away after this message and not receive some type of clarity about whatever the community is. You may need to not go back in. Okay, because something definitely deals with something it may be a lot of conflict and chaos in a certain environment due to something that may have happened behind you exchanging something with somebody, or you gifted somebody something, but you be mindful of somebody in that same environment. I'm telling you, with all these hands, it feels like information is just constantly traveling. And like I said, for some of y'all towards, it's just what you're not aware of is it's too many hands involved in something. And you be mindful ain't nobody took nothing from somebody. Because I'm going to tell you one thing, you need to be mindful of the false person that sent somebody to take it. Because I'm going to tell you one thing, somebody seen something about somebody, they took something from somebody, and you don't know that it's the energy that they gave it to, though. Let's talk about it. Because this could have started with you, Taurus. You offer somebody something, okay. But you be mindful of something that was told to you, okay. And look at that. That's what I was just going to say. Look how that fell out on this hand. I was going to say there's something that's traveled from hands. Something's traveling. That's what you're not aware of. It's something when just, it feels like towards somebody, something could have definitely started with you giving somebody something, right? But then it feels like somebody turned around, gave it to somebody else, and they turned around and they gave it to somebody else. Like, I don't know what this is. Or maybe somebody breaking bread. Like, I don't know what this is. Let's say, for instance, towards somebody didn't trying to think of a way to say this. Because even if it's premeditated, let's say this is a policy. This is somebody who is just there, like let's say the aftermath is just there, like whatever somebody intended to gift or receive from something, or whatever somebody, okay, I'm going to say this in two different ways. Whatever somebody may have received from something, or whatever somebody is intending to receive from something, which you're not aware of is somebody's like promising other people something. And what you're not aware of is this energy. Because this feels like the most significant energy that you don't even realize sent somebody to do something. So now you got this false energy. Because now it feels like somebody is not telling you about something that feels like it triggers back and go back to somebody, the original beginning person. This is the person you're not aware of. So this even in my situation too. Like I said, I only called on because somebody looked like somebody. Okay, but that's still only two people. Still got to figure out who this is. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that. Let's say if this was an insurance policy, which you don't know if somebody took something from somebody else. They gave somebody else something, and then they offered somebody else something. Like something still deal with the person that is gifting people something. But it feels like it's only when people actually go and do something that they want them to do. If that makes sense. Because I can't sit on this too long to it, okay? Just know how blessed you is, okay? And continue to rise above whatever this is, baby. You may just be dealing with somebody, you don't know how savage somebody really is, okay? This could be somebody simply jealous of your connection to somebody else. Okay. And you be mindful of information as well at this time, Taurus. Because there may be somebody particular you need to not tell something particular about too. Okay. Now I feel like personally, it's a certain community you shouldn't go back in personally. Okay. But be mindful, you may be gifting this message to somebody you have a lot of love for, because they need to not go back into a certain environment no time soon. Because I don't know what somebody may have thought they took for the first time around, but baby, somebody like they finna go hard to go home this time around. I don't know what somebody think they finna take. Lord forbid somebody really somewhere playing around with dark magic in the sense of just their life insurance policies. If they're making sacrifices and shit. Somebody finna find out just that. Somebody they lost in their family, they're not even aware that the family broke bread with it though. How about that? How about that? Well, somebody's not aware is this a whole family. They got a piece of something that dealt with behind somebody losing their life. And just like something went from hand to hand. People just broke bread. Like, oh, you take a piece, come get your cut. And then everybody paid. Everybody was supposed to pay is manipulated in this situation where people don't even realize they was being manipulated. Because now there's somebody that did this, that they only gave so many people a certain amount of something out of something with the intentions for them to never open their mouth about it too. So there was a part of the something here as well. A bunch of people only got a piece of something because they promised together. It just looked like, you know, when we were back in school, well, I played sports, so when we used to come in and the coach would pull us together and we would say whatever we got to say, and then we all put our hands in there and they'd be like, break! This is what this feel like. This feel like a bunch of people that put their hand in on some shit, took a payment, everybody took they walked away with their piece that they cut, that they got out of it, and then everybody was like, okay, break! They walked away with the promise of just that to never open their goddamn mouth again about what really happened and how they received whatever the fuck they received from it. And it looks like it's dealing financially at this point. For some of y'all, I told you be mindful. It's whatever somebody wanted to receive so bad. And you be mindful that this ain't being premeditated. For some of y'all, this is how somebody's not going to get something off, because somebody either finna not let somebody back around them, or somebody finna not go back in a certain community, because I'm trying to tell you, it's a bunch of people that had already stacked hands and promised what they was going to get out of something to keep their mouth closed. Yeah, they did. Goofies. They thought they was. Tours. So now I feel like you're not aware of you being around somebody that looks like somebody else. And if it's not you, it's your connection to somebody else. Like I said, you could be in a relationship. Everybody ain't dealing with, like I said, everybody's not dealing with my situation. I'm a single energy. Somebody here actually may be in a relationship, but for the protection of them and the person they with, somebody needs to not go back in a certain environment, okay? Or not let somebody from that environment back around them. As I'm telling you, somebody finna get closer. It's like somebody's using hands to get somebody closer and closer to somebody that's gonna actually do something very underhanded. And it looks like everybody finna take a piece of the payment, and I'm trying to tell you, they finna do just that. I told you, stack, break. Ain't no, they promising to not say a word about it. If somebody didn't already did this, that's gonna create a change. But somebody here is, I don't know. Yeah, I told you, hygiene is a big deal. Somebody trying to cover all their tracks, baby. And they're using all these hands involved. It's all hands on deck. Let me tell you, somebody's trying to cover all their tracks. It's okay. I don't know what's going on with the Pisces. Yeah, but you got to transition. Okay, so something definitely deal with your growth. Something definitely, I told you, Taurus, something deals with somebody who looks just like somebody else. You're not looking at somebody's features. Now, something deal with somebody you went to high school with or you college with. Somebody could definitely be somebody significant that you graduated with. It ain't gotta be that. Some y'all, like I said, somebody definitely looks like somebody else. Okay. And I promise you, it could be something as deep as somebody's skin complexion can be one color and somebody's could be another. But you need to really pay attention to somebody's features, because these two females kind of do resemble. But just because the size of their head, they smile, a little bit about the nose, but it's not the eyes. Okay, the eyes ain't matching. No, the eyes ain't eyesing. Okay, but that's why I said it don't gotta be that. It could just be somebody who they could be a cousin or they're a relative. It's somebody that you don't know is related to somebody else. Or you're not catching on and how somebody looks just like somebody else. Okay, you make sure ain't nobody trying to do no goofy shit to you though, Taurus. Yeah, make sure ain't nothing like that going on. Okay. Now I did see the promotion card, I just didn't mention it, okay? But just be mindful of something. Be mindful, like, being offered something that deal with a position that you guys are, for some of y'all, I'm going to just say that you may not be meant to take. Because I say that if a person is still in your environment, then it's kind of like you're stepping on their toes. You got to be mindful of that. Because somebody lose a position they in and step down, and then you step in it. You know what I'm saying? Be mindful of that. Because especially with transition representing just that, transitioning. Somebody that transitions, it definitely deals with going to another level. Okay, but you be mindful. You don't want to make a choice that, like I said, put you in a position where, like I said, just be mindful. I don't think that's too solid, though. I don't think that's too strong for some of y'all, though. But we got no time soon, so you be mindful. Somebody's definitely trying to act fast. Some can deal with somebody you're close to, though. Some can deal with somebody who's in school, though. But they coming out very cold and detached to us. Very cold and detached. Because now I feel like somebody may actually give somebody exactly where somebody works at. That's what somebody needs to be worried about. I don't want to say that's what somebody needs to be worried about. But I was trying to say that's what somebody needs to be mindful of. If somebody's not aware that somebody has told somebody exactly where somebody works at. And we got Sagittarius in the reverse. So you be mindful of something. And I did say that I was going to mention Aries, but I saw it. There go Aries. But somebody may need to just go look at Aries' message and resonate from it from a different place. Because Aries reading is more like somebody trying to take a child from like one side of the family and raise them on the opposite side of the family because they feel like they got more support, but they only doing it from a place of trying to hurt the child's mother. Like somebody just want to hurt somebody. They just want somebody to feel like not enough, and I'm trying to tell you. And some of y'all, somebody trying to take somebody, kid in a damn environment that ain't even the best environment for the damn kid at that, with this no. Somebody's child don't even need to go in a certain environment. That's the problem. Why somebody trying to take somebody's child and go underhanded about receiving something they want. So at this point, somebody needs to be mindful of the child's parent. Okay. Don't let nobody sit in your face and act like they love you and then they trying to have somebody attacked. And be mindful of just that. Somebody ain't trying to attack you because your love for somebody else. This is something that deals with somebody who they willing to cut and pull you out though. Somebody sitting up here watching somebody, been watching somebody for the last couple of months with some type of contract and agreement they done made with they underhanded shady deal having asses. Okay, but they got the right one. Somebody's finna be the right one. The right one is finna pull you up out of a situation that you do not need to be in. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Okay, cool. So let's see, Taurus. Let's go ahead and get ready to wrap y'all up, babies. So I can keep going, baby. I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, somehow you be mindful of something that you're not able to see on social media. And somehow you be mindful you're not aware somebody's able to see you. So you may not need to be just there. Maybe future reference. Don't be up there posting your job. Don't be up there talking about where you going and who you going with. And somebody need to not be somewhere posting they location on social media at this point. Wherever you going. If you want to do it that bad, wait till you leave. Just not while you are there. Because this could be when you doing something that you definitely want to celebrate your moments, okay? And you may want to give the world a little moment to share with you, but you need to do it when you're not in a certain environment. Because, baby, somebody definitely going to end up, for some of y'all, be mindful of leaking your own damn location at this point because you're not aware that somebody's watching you on Facebook or social media. Now, some people be saying this about Friday. That's all somebody needs to do. Now you may be dealing with somebody that they like to talk about where y'all at. They need to not talk about something. And then for some of y'all, you're not aware that somebody else is aware of where you may be going with somebody else. You just really need to be mindful of a false person at this point. Because I really feel like towards, if it's not about you, it's about somebody you have a very significant soulmate connection to. But I told you with that 5 on that card, somebody's trying to create a change when it comes to your soulmate connection to somebody else. And I don't know what's going on here though, towards you have to really know what you need to protect yourself from, okay? Yeah, we got cheater. Now somebody could have cheated. Some of y'all may need to protect yourself sexually at this point. Be mindful of something. You may not be aware of something that actually happened in the community when you were not around. Okay, cool. And what somebody may have gifted somebody. Yeah, something about a betrayal, baby. And for some of y'all, it could be you and somebody else. Like, I don't know. But this feel like it's a no. I don't think somebody would work in the same community as they spouse. And if they don't, or if they do, they don't work on the same shift. Somebody's really trying to play somebody here. Or they really did. Yeah, we got Leo and drug dealer. Yeah, Pisces, Sagittarius, Leo. So be mindful of something, baby. So you may want to go to Leo. Leo reading feel like a riot. It's like a bunch of people finna be fighting in a certain environment that it's not meant for somebody to be fighting in a certain environment because something is being gifted to somebody. Now on the other hand, in Leo reading, somebody is being gifted something, but it feels like somebody gave the information to somebody that's finna try to pull some underhanded shit for something to happen in a certain environment. So you be mindful because now it's like I said, you be mindful you've already shared something with somebody and you may just need to not even go. Now you may need to just change locations or something. It could be that new direction. Somebody may need to go in a new direction because they're not aware that they may have told somebody something and didn't know they was telling it to a false person. And somebody, you guys, you just may not be going to something, or you may just you may need to just not go back in a certain community of people. But some of y'all is just simply you're not aware of something that has happened in the community of people. And what I don't like this feeling of towards is kind of what I felt when it comes down to how big this situation is for me. It led me to feel like everybody knew something but the person it was gonna matter to the most. That's how I feel like I'm the person that it was gonna matter to the most. So that's what this feel like. It's towards be mindful of a situation where you're going into a community for some of y'all that it seems like everybody knows something in the community but you. Heavy on Sagittarius energy. And it could be you and your spouse. It's something here. Somebody is just, I don't know. Image stolen. And dirty cop. I said that. Be mindful of somebody just there. Somebody's most significant piece of information, they a cop. So now you be mindful you're dealing with a situation where somebody don't want to see somebody move on with somebody else that actually makes somebody happy. And how far somebody may be willing to go. At this point, you need to make sure somebody ain't trying to get you to take the fall for some shit then. Because a dirty cop do just that, cover up evidence. And with this image stolen, somebody could definitely be trying to blame something on somebody that ain't the rightful person that did something. And you be mindful of somebody that's trying to use a dirty cop to help them get away with something. They not gonna get away though. That's gonna be for somebody because they only trying to do something. At least somebody in depression. I'm gonna get one more for Taurus, then we gonna wrap it on up here, Taurus. Yeah, because I'm telling you, somebody currently fearful, somebody find out some type of truth. If somebody has something even deeper than this, somebody actually ended on another end finna find out that the very person that they thought wasn't involved, they were. It's like somebody who left a certain community or whatever. Okay, and they still stayed attached to a false person. That for some of y'all, they finna end up cutting off. Because what somebody don't know is when they left a certain environment of people, after finding something out, they still stay connected to a connection that they were not aware. They was involved too though. So now you be mindful of something you may just have to stay out of because it's simply somebody's pwn for not being honest with you at this point with this false image. It's somebody who's sitting in your face and feel like they love you and they don't. They going along with some goofy shit and somebody only acting like they don't fuck around in a certain community that they actually still do. Somebody needs to be mindful of something. Somebody saying that they don't go around with certain people or they don't, somebody still does. Yeah, somebody could definitely be making it harder for the next person to trust them, love them, and some more if they doing something that they know they being honest about and they know they guilty of doing something there. That's gonna be somebody else's message though. Okay. They gonna be realizing just that they got a connection that's fearful of them finding out that I'm trying to tell you. It's like somebody could just that. Remember I said it's a situation towards where somebody is just that, like they don't end up being in a situation, but they still just need to find out still for their own protection. But it feels like somebody's, when they find out something, they're gonna be in a position of just that, right? Feeling like everybody knew something but them, right? Okay. But the trick about it is that somebody still got somebody sitting in their face, or still reaching out to them and playing cool. And the key piece of information is just that somebody needs to remember just that. Probably something about themselves at this point. As I said, that when I let that employee out of their life insurance policy, baby, I don't have no reason to go back. But you be mindful of something that did with you leaving a certain environment, and you not being aware that somebody actually is still somehow going back. Like somebody's still around people that somebody don't know that they still around, and somebody's reaching out to somebody with just that image stolen. The image stolen is somebody's acting like they somebody's friend and they not. Why? Because the most significant key piece of information, somebody still talks to somebody within the same vicinity or that's somehow connected to this big old betrayal here. And for somehow you may not even be aware of the very connection that is actually using their cop connection, because that's what's going to be somebody's situation here. Is they going to remember the very connection that got a cop connected to them. Okay, well, it's the very connection that somebody's not aware of, that somebody still reach out to this day, and you don't know the very person that's actually using their cop connection. Okay, I'm trying to tell you, that's where image is stolen, and somebody out here looking real and they fake. And this is for somebody's protection though. Because at this point now, somebody can actually get rid of the last person that think they're going to sit in somebody's face and still reach out to somebody to this day and still trying to finish something off. It's like a crack in the door. It's like, no, something actually ends up touching somebody if they continue to let a certain connection reach out to them. Now somebody been found out that the image stolen is somebody that's still sitting in your face to this day, reach out to you to this day, and you don't know that they actually in on some shit. Yeah, that's ironic. I put that over there to the side. So that's a whole nother situation. That's for that last little person that thought they was gonna slip through the crack and still be attached to somebody that they don't realize just that. Somebody's still finding a way to give information back to people that somebody no longer wants information getting back to because it's the reason they left. And somebody's still reaching back to somebody in a particular community and still reaching out to a certain connection, and somebody finna find out just that. And they gonna move forward and they ain't finna say it at this point. Nothing. To the person that they realize is they in on it too. But that's the facade. That's the energy just running the facade. But somehow they walk away with a piece too. That's why I told everybody hand was everybody was talking about they was getting out of something. Okay, well this energy somebody was gonna slide on out of some shit. Okay. And act like they ain't had nothing to do with it. Yeah, they was. Yeah, they was too. They thought they was. At least they thought. It was hopeful thinking, I guess. So that's what I have for you guys, Taurus. I hope it helps, baby, and I will see y'all later, honey.